guys, welcome to a new video. I know it's been a hot minute. So it's actually super late right now. This is actually when I would be sleeping, but I was like, I need to film this. I need to make this a priority. I know I look tired. I feel tired. I might be long-winded. Who knows? But I was like, I need to film this video because I've only filmed one video, I want to say in the last like 8 days. And it was a weigh-in video, and then when I was on my camera, I still had video footage from Vlogmas. So I'm over here just like deleting, and I go really quickly because it's just 2 steps. It's like boop, 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 and I was just going. I deleted my weigh-in video. Yep, I was trying to clear out a bunch of videos before I uploaded my weigh-in video onto my phone because you guys know I do like to edit on my phone, but I do not use my phone to film. So I didn't even have my freaking footage on my phone. I wish I would have, because that would have been a whole lot better, because I would have been able to get the footage. But when you delete something off the SD card, it's gone for good. I do want to say before I get into things, like, because this is just like a full-fledged update video, weigh-in, life-related, weight loss surgery, just everything. I do want to say that I needed a break. I felt like I was oversharing. I was sharing a lot daily. Like, I was filming daily but not uploading daily, and I was like doing step by step of like my my weight loss journey with like the whole surgery thing, and I was just like giving a lot. And I noticed that by doing that, the reaction I was receiving wasn't mixing very well with like my mental health. I have started reading comments again, and I have seen so much positivity. So thank you guys, like more positivity than I've seen in a very, very long time. And I appreciate it so much because it's truly gonna help me. But for some reason, you know, I'm human. Okay, not some reason. Let's restart that sentence. See, I'm tired. I was gonna say I'm human, not perfect. And for some reason, like, my brain was just subconsciously focusing so much more on just like the negativity around me getting weight loss surgery. And I can't do that, won't do that. I want this to be a very positive experience for me. Obviously, I mean, it's like life-changing, and it's been stressful, and it's been hard. And I've just been really focused this last week with like going to appointments, you know, dotting my I's and crossing my T's, and I've been hanging out with some friends, and just like when I needed to take a load off, and yeah, I mainly just needed time to myself, and I needed to stop oversharing. I do still want to continue sharing this journey. I did have a moment where I was dead set on not continuing because it was just like really messing with me mentally. You know, this is a time in your life where you need support more than ever, because it's like I am putting myself in a scary position by getting weight loss surgery. At this size, going under and getting surgery is a very scary situation. So I just need like all the positivity, and I'm gonna try my hardest. Again, I am human, but I'm gonna try my hardest to just focus on that. So like I said, this is like an update video on just like everything and anything and everything. I want to give you guys a Lego update. So here's that footage. So this is a Lego my mom got me for Christmas, because I get her fresh flowers delivered to her for special occasions. So she wanted to get me some flowers as well, but Lego flowers that I can keep forever. And I did end up completing it kind of quickly too. It was so fun, and I had these little bead things and I wasn't using them, so I was like, this is perfect. So it's like fake water, if you will. It looks beautiful. So I also had another Lego set. It was like succulents that I actually got from someone in my life who is important to me. So there was quite a few bags, but it was super cute because like it was such little skinny pamphlets, and I was used to like a big one because of the Titanic. But look how awesome this came out. Oh my god, isn't that adorable? I thoroughly had so much fun. Like, not only do I like big Legos, but also like the small ones. And then this is the one that Feline got me, which is Starry Night. I started it, you guys, and I just kind of wanted to show you that this is what I will be working on. It is a thicker one, and I'm super excited. I'm not going to show you how much I have done right now. It's honestly not that much, but what I have done, it's been a great time. But this is what you guys are probably waiting for. Look at this puppy. I have finished Titanic. Like, this is my heart, my pride, and my joy. This honestly was a dream of mine to do this Lego. I love Legos, and the fact that Feline spent so much money on this for me, I'm so grateful for her. She did not have to do it, but yeah, look how amazing she looks. She's huge. So yeah, as you can tell, I have been greatly obsessed with Lego lately. Got Titanic done, and she is massive. Right now we do have her in the office. It's actually in front of my girlfriend's desk on a long, like, folding table. It's pretty massive. So we're trying to figure out how we want to have it, and I'm thinking of getting like floating shelves and maybe putting it in the hallway or something like that, because I love her and I'm obsessed with her. So I want to show you the roses that Feline got me for Valentine's Day. I was not expecting it at all. I woke up and she was like, come in the office, come in the office. And I was like, why do you want me in there? It's so bad. And she just had those waiting for me, and I just thought it was so sweet. I actually cried a little. I'm that dumb. I'm that pathetic. I'm that much of a romantic. So next little update is I want to show you guys some P.O. Box stuff that I got. Okay, so this, it also made me emotional. It was so sweet. So this is from Samantha and Amber, and they got me this Bambi backpack. I'm like obsessed. This card too says paper hug, a matching wallet. It made me emotional. I was like, this is so sweet. And like what they wrote, it was so kind. They also got me this gem canvas kit. It reminds me of diamond painting, so I'm excited to try this. Thank you guys so much. It's so sweet. I'm literally gonna be using it like pronto. Okay, so I did get a diamond painting from someone that I have been talking to on Instagram who actually has like a whole business. So I'm gonna put her link down below, because trust me, this is a massive diamond painting. I have never even seen one this big ever. Like, look at her. Look at her. She's so big. Oh my god. And I want to show her and do her. Okay. That sounded wrong. I do want to document this process because that's what she requested. She said, I can't wait to watch you do it. And I'm like, yes. So her shop is jadedgemshop.com. She is also Jaded Gem Shop on Instagram. So all of that's right there. I don't know if that's blurry or not, but either way, I will have her linked below. And what I find amazing that came with the diamond painting is these cool little containers, which I usually just get this bit where it's like in these little baggies, which is fine. It just makes it a little bit harder, but these are already just like ready to rumble. And this is actually the diamond painting picture. It is a mermaid. And then Katya, I absolutely loved your letter, so thank you so much. And then last but not least, Tracy Jordan got me this really cool color in reverse coloring book where it's already colored, but you have to draw what it is. That I thought was super cute and thoughtful, so thank you. Okay, so the next thing I want to share with you guys is a little book update. During this last like week where I've just been like taking time for myself, why are we blurry? I have been doing a lot of reading. So just really quickly, I want to tell you the rating that I gave these books and all that. We're just gonna do it really quickly. I know not everyone likes to read, but books are good for the brain, I promise. So y'all need to pick up a book and read. I just noticed that I feel a lot better when I read. I don't know, I just do. So first one I finished is Big Girl by Danielle Steel. It shows this girl's life from when she was a baby all the way up until She's in her 30s. She found the love of her life. She's the bigger one in the family, but she's literally only like 20 pounds overweight. I do not like how Danielle Steel kind of portrayed someone that is only like 20 pounds overweight. Very much portrayed her as if she was like 400 pounds, and it was just kind of awkward to read. But like, if I took myself out of it and like that thought process out of it, I did rate this book 4 out of 5 because I did find it entertaining. So I also read Foe by Ian Reid. This is one of my new books because I saw people talking about it on TikTok. I'm part of like Book Talk, love watching it. And every time someone talked about this, they made it sound so interesting. So I was like, you know what? I gotta read it. I gave it 4.5 out of 5. The whole time it's so eerie. It's this couple and this random stranger pops up at their house and says, I'm gonna take your husband. I need to stay here though because there's a few things. I have to test him and pay attention to him because he's gonna come. He's gonna be part of this new age thing where he's gonna like go to space, but then he wants to test the husband so he can find like a literal clone or make a literal clone for his wife so the wife doesn't get lonely, etc, etc. There was a twist, folks, and it was good. I also read, I know people are probably gonna be like, no you didn't. When I become fixated on books, it's hard for me to stop. I also read Wink Poppy Midnight by April Genevieve Tcholk. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. So I gave this 3 stars. It was okay. It's about a friend group, kind of a friend group. It's like half of them are frenemies, let's be real. So 2 of them play a trick on this one girl, and then a twist happens and you're like, oh, it's twisty, it's confusing. You have to really be paying attention because they make you think one thing and then they switch it up and they're like, no, actually that's not true, this is what's really happening. So 3 out of 5. All right, so this is the last book that I finished. I read this in 2 hours. I read it in 2 hours. That is how amazing. This is The Arrangement by Kirsten Modglin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. So it's about a married couple with kids. They've been together for years and years. Obviously they have like a 14-year-old. The wife decides, how about on Tuesdays I get to go on a date with someone, and then on Thursdays you get to go on a date with someone. So they start seeing other people. Things, I'm shocked. It did not go like I thought it was gonna go. It was on your toes. I was on the edge of my seat. Like, I was shocked. Something bad happens, and then that kind of spirals some events, and then there's like hard hitting twists, and then there's one twist at the end. My jaw was on the floor and I had to pick it up. My jaw was literally on the floor. You guys, please read this book and then tell me what you think. Like, this was entertainment. I loved it, loved it, loved it. If I could rate it past 5 stars, I would. Alrighty, so now that we're done with all that little deals, we're gonna talk about weekly weigh-ins. I'm gonna give you my weight from actually last Sunday when I did film the video. And then I'm gonna tell you what I am now. So like I was saying before, I feel like I've been doing a lot of oversharing and stuff, and I feel like doing weekly weigh-ins wasn't doing anything good for me. I don't wanna feel obligated to have a set day of when I need to weigh in for my audience. I wanna weigh in for myself, and I wanna weigh in for my surgeon. I wanna weigh in for my doctor. I don't wanna weigh in for my audience, and that's how it felt to me. And that's very unfortunate because I know a lot of people like my weigh-ins, but right now I'm not doing this for anyone else but me. And I just didn't feel like they were serving me like anything positive. So is there going to be weigh-ins? Yes, but I want to be able to, if I want to come on 2 days in a row and be like, this is what I weigh, I want to do that. I don't want to have just like set scheduled time of when I tell you guys my weight. So last week on the Sunday where you guys saw the weigh-in, I was 508.2, and then this last Sunday I was 505.2, which was down 3 pounds. But today I am 503.0, which is another 2.2 pound loss. So since you guys last heard my weight, I am down a total of 5.2. I am down about 20 something pounds since I went to the weight loss clinic and started doing everything I need to do to get weight loss surgery. So that is pretty amazing, not gonna lie. So I've had a lot of people ask me like, where are you in your weight loss surgery journey? How much longer until you get surgery? What all have you done? What all do you still need to do? Because as you guys know, I have been telling you guys that there is tons of things that I had to do, like a checklist after checklist after checklist, just a lot of stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I was stressing out because for some reason I thought, this is just me being me, that when you went to the weight loss clinic, they were gonna schedule everything for you, but they don't. That's not their job, that's my job. And I'm not used to that type of life, like being really on top of appointments, etc., because I kind of low-key let my depression get in the way, and I'm not this time. So I have been more overstimulated than usual when it comes like to stuff like that, which is fine. This is like really important to me. They only scheduled one thing, and then the rest of everything else I had to schedule myself, etc. I sound like a child. I understand I'm an adult. I'm just not used to putting myself first in this area. Like normally I would let my phone anxiety get in the way and I wouldn't schedule appointments. I wouldn't even answer my phone when like doctors would call me. I would just, you know, hope that they would leave a voicemail. Like that was a lot of my past anxiety. But like, bro, I'm 32 years old. I need to do this for myself. I can't expect anyone else to do it for me. So I do want to list off all the things that I have done and that I have needed to do. So it's kind of a lot. For me it is. So the first thing I needed to do was the online seminar, and that took about 45 minutes, so that wasn't too bad. That was literally the first thing I had to do. And then I had to do the intake packet, which was just like a lot of just like new patient information, like a lot. And then I had to do intake day. A lot of people are getting that confused because every time I talk about this day, people are like, yeah, that's a seminar. And I'm like, no. I had to do that online. What I keep talking about is called intake day, and that is what that is called. It is not a seminar. And then I had to do the intake educational course, which I also did that, which was the day that I'm talking about. But like as part of that day was the educational course, which was the beginning of the 8-hour day. Then I had to do the physical with the bariatric providers. That's just like, you know, a normal doctor physical. They ask for your history and they do your blood pressure, your weight, and they might need to do some tests and listen to your lungs and that whole situation. Then I had to do the dietitian bariatric course online, which you guys heard me talking about. It took a few hours. I thoroughly enjoyed it, learned a lot, and I felt validated in a lot of it. And they gave you goals that they needed you to do, like keeping a food journal, etc. Then I had to do an H. pylori test, which I've done. Everything that I am naming, by the way, I've done, as you can tell with the little check mark on my checklist. I also had to do the GI scan, which I talked to you guys about. That's when I had to drink all that stuff, and then they had to take a bunch of pictures of my stomach. It's like literally from your mouth to your butt, I'm pretty sure, what they're taking pictures of. Then I had to do the pre-surgical questionnaire, and then I had to do the bariatric questionnaire, and then I had to do the psych evaluation where I was approved, and the psychologist is recommending me for surgery, thankfully. Then I had to do the lab work, which I did that. And then my doxer, what is a doxer? And then my primary care provider, which is my doctor. See, I need to go to sleep. They had to fax my results over to the bariatric clinic. And then on top of faxing that over, my doctor had to fax a letter of support, which is just saying that my doctor approves me in their own way for weight loss surgery and that they think it would be best for me as their patient. I had to get an EKG and a chest x-ray. Those were actually the last two things I did. Needed to start a multivitamin and a vitamin D3. I needed to start low impact exercising. So literally just 20 minutes of getting my heart elevated about 2 to 3 times a week, which I have been doing. I'm actually, for my little low impact, I'm just walking. I'm doing a lot of walking in place. I noticed that gets my heart rate up like a lot. And I walk around my apartment. My apartment's pretty big, so I'm lucky in that way. And I'm just really focusing on hitting a step goal every single day. And the last thing I had to check off is lose at least 1 pound, which I have definitely done that. So while editing, I realized that I forgot to mention the registered dietitian evaluation, which is just the one-on-one that I had with the dietitian where she gave me goals and she just talked to me more about personal to me instead of like in the education class. So yeah, I just forgot to mention that one. So I have done everything that I am supposed to do, and now everything is in the hands of technology. And when will my surgeon get the results for this? When will this be faxed over? When will my results for that come in? When will this hit? When will that hit? When will they call me to schedule that appointment? So once I see the surgeon one-on-one, I'm pretty sure, just based off of what I've learned, what I've seen, what I've heard, is that we're gonna talk about goals. We're gonna choose what surgery would be right for me, because I know a lot of people are asking like, what surgery are you doing? I know what I want. I know what my doctor recommends for me. So I have to talk to the surgeon about that. And the surgeon is just gonna tell me more of like what they think would be right for me. And everyone is different based on their medical, their weight, the way that their body works, the things that they've done in the past, etc., etc. So I know what I want. And the reason why I have not shared online what surgery I want is because I don't want people to talk me out of it. I feel like I know that's what's gonna happen and I don't want that to happen. And I don't want people to scare me into choosing something different or try to persuade me. I just don't want that. If anyone's gonna persuade me, it's gonna be the surgeon. So right now, my little mini goals for myself, it's like they want you to do and change just like a few things. Like they don't want you to use straws anymore because you can't use a straw after weight loss surgery, which is hard because I love me a straw. No drinking 30 minutes before or after you eat your food. Taking small sips because you won't even be able to take like a normal drink. Obviously, I'm not perfect at these things. I have not gotten weight loss surgery yet. Haven't even seen the surgeon. The only time I saw the surgeon is when it was intake day and they were part of the educational class and they talked to everybody. And another thing is like eating protein first and then eat your vegetables and then eat your carbs. I noticed that that's a little bit hard for me because I like to make foods where things are like mixed together. Like stir fries and things like that. And usually when I make food like that, I like to eat everything together. Like I like to have a little bit of protein with a little bit of carb, like brown rice with my vegetable, which is like broccoli. And I like to have that all in one bite. And I have to like take smaller bites and I have to chew a little bit more. My teeth are super sensitive. So that has been challenging, having to chew more. And I do have to see a dentist. It's just ever since I had that, I've talked about this before and you guys are like, you're crazy. What are you talking about? I don't even know. But if you guys are new to my channel or you don't remember this story, after I had the hysterectomy, I had a weird sensations through my body. One of the two major things for me was my nipples hurt like really bad. My nipples hurt really bad. And I wanted to never stop brushing my teeth. I was insanely obsessed with brushing my teeth. I would probably brush 7+ times a day and I would just be scrubbing for minutes at a time. I've never really had troubles with my teeth per se, like nothing out of the ordinary. But when I went, I want to say a good 5 months brushing my teeth that often because it was just like a sensation. It was an overpowering sensation, and I don't know why I correlate it with the hysterectomy. It's just because like literally the day after my surgery, that sensation started. And then thankfully eventually it went away, but ever since that situation, my teeth are the worst they've ever been. And you grow up being told, you know, you can brush your teeth too much. And you're like, what? Like how? Like, what do you mean? And like, I'm living proof that if you brush your teeth too much, they mess up your teeth. Like, it hurts to chew anything. I don't know, it's just teeth sensitivity to the max, toothaches to the max. I'm a type of gal who only ever experienced toothaches because of wisdom teeth, and now I'm experiencing them just like from eating bread, from eating something soft. Like, and sometimes it's so bad I like have to rock back and forth. So I do have to see a dentist about that. It definitely sucks, and but chewing slower, taking smaller bites and turning your food more into mush helps with digestion, and you won't hurt yourself after surgery and stuff like that, because they literally take a lot of your stomach and they change it and they do things with your intestines. And yeah, so you have to definitely eat different, obviously, and it's a lot of hard work. This whole thing has been so stressful because there's been so many appointments and so much like mental work has gone into this, and like physical work, and it's just been a lot so far. But I'm doing it because this is what I need, this is what I want, and this is how I'm gonna save my life. And it sucks that, you know, I have to do it this way, but I think it's like the only way, and that's just me being realistic. Like, this is the only way I'm gonna succeed, and I will eventually get over the hump of feeling ashamed of that, because like I feel ashamed, and I'll eventually stop feeling that way. But right now I do. Like, I feel ashamed that I couldn't do it by myself. It's pretty sad. But it's like, I look at other people who have gotten weight loss surgery, and I don't think that. I don't think that like, wow, they had to get surgery, they had to have that extra tool. Like, I don't think that. I think that like they're strong and courageous and powerful to even make that decision, because like I said, surgery is scary. This is life altering. This is not an easy fix. It's not an easy change. And I'm going through the process right now, literally in the middle of it. And it's been hard, and I cannot wait until I do all this and I can say a few years down the line that it was the best decision I've ever made in my life. I can't wait for that. So yeah, some other goals I want to focus on is like my steps. I do want to focus on getting my steps in. That's super important. And I want to focus on calories and counting my protein. Protein is super, super important after weight loss surgery. Like, that's super important. Multivitamins, those are like top 2. Like, you need those things. I just want to be more aware of how much protein I'm getting in now. And now that things are scooting along the way, you know, I do want to be able to get surgery at the lowest weight I can be, because I am scared. And I also want my liver to be at the best place it can be, because, you know, your liver can get in the way. And I do have a fatty liver, and I don't want my fatty liver to be the reason that like they can't do my surgery. That would suck. So I do want to start focusing a little bit more on healthier foods and what they consider to be liver shrinking, liver health. I really, really want to start focusing on that. Even if my surgery is months and months and months away from now, I need to like work on me now because I don't want to go under the knife at my worst. No, I want to go under the knife at my current best, what I can be, because that is when I will feel more at peace, and I don't want to put my body under any more stress than it needs to be. So yeah, I'm tired, and when I'm tired, I sometimes ramble and I talk a lot, and I feel like that's currently what's happening. So I'm gonna go. I'm like falling asleep as I speak. I hope that you guys did enjoy this update video, and I will be back with another one soon. I promise I will not be MIA for much longer. I just needed, you know, a little mental moment, a little mental break. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.